Hey everyone, so it's Nick with Save Your Plant. It's raining out today, so it makes it perfect to go ahead and just do some stuff indoors for the spring or summer crop. Let me show you what I got going on here. So right here is just a metal pot. You guys may have seen it in some of my previous videos. I don't know where this thing came from, but it's very, very handy in the garden. And it's also good when you need to do stuff inside to keep from making a mess. So I have, seed starting potting mix right there. This is a Miracle-Gro product. I like it. It works. Miracle-Gro. Yeah, not the greatest name in the industry, but yeah, it works. Down here I have some pony packs. These were all, recycled. I've used these millions of times. And I have quite a few of them. I start all my own seeds. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plant, start off some tomato seeds. It's almost February. I still haven't received my peppers, so as you can see, there's just nothing but endless amounts of seeds in here. This right here is actually, these are beets. This is a seed tape that I make out of toilet paper, just flour, water, and you can see there's a seed there, seed. It makes it really easy for planting small seeds, or when you want to do rows of a single thing and you want the rows to be perfectly straight to maximize the spacing. Seed tape is a way to go. If you want to check out the video, I have a video of how I did that. I'll go ahead and post it down in the comment section, a link to it, so you don't have to go searching for it. And my penny tomato seeds. I'll go ahead and start a few of these as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And so far, just today, I'm just doing the chilies and the tomatoes. I haven't received the chilies that I ordered from Pepper Joe's. I have a habanero set coming, so this is something I had from last year's order. Some Trinidad scorpions left over. Mulatto is something. It's a mild poblano. It's poblano chili. I mean, looked at it. Hot cow horn pepper. Yeah, so these are from, like I said, last year, but I want to get some chilies started now because they take forever. Okay, that's what I do. And today is January 24th. Yeah, January 24th. First off, wash your hands before you do your seeds. I have a nasty habit of having a cigarette here and there, and which is not good. It's unhealthy. But you can also pass on what is called tobacco mosaic disease to your plants, and they're more vulnerable. The most vulnerable time for a plant is during its seeding stage. So I'll wash my hands thoroughly with hot water and soap before I touch any of this. Alright, so just go ahead and fill up your pony pack like so. Okay. Give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And a little trick I like to do is take another one of the similar size shape, it's the exact same one as this, and use it as a dampener. Just go ahead and tamp it down, and so that gives you perfect little squares for planting. And then what I do is I go ahead and just my tip of my finger, make a little indentation like so, and let's go with let's start with let's do a tomato first. That's my first. Okay. So let's see, which one should we grow? Cherry purple. Let's see, black cram. I'm really interested in this Paul Robson one. If you go on the website, you can check it out. It's a really awesome tomato. It has really good color. So That's why I picked out the black box, because black tomatoes are usually sweeter. Okay. And they look great on your dinner table when you slice them with just some olive oil, salt, and pepper. Alright, so 1 seed per. I'm pretty good at germinating seeds, so I'm not going to overdo it by adding 2 to 3 seeds per pod. Alright, you just go ahead and lightly sprinkle some of this seed starting soil right on top. Give it a little wiggle once again. This is why I do the indentation with my finger, sort of second wiggle. I don't want the seeds to shift around and end up in the corners. Alright, so that's plenty of soil on top, just a little bit. Once again, take another one of the exact same size, and just tamp it down. And there you got it. There's yeah, doesn't look like much. In 3 weeks, the seed should be, or the plant should be at least way big. Once they get to that point, then I'm going to go ahead and transplant them into a pint-sized pot. And then another 3 weeks from there, depending on the size, see how they look, then I'll transplant them yet again into maybe a 2-pint pot. And from there, that will be pretty much the last transplant until it's going to go in the ground. If your season is slightly delayed because of weather issues, I do get June gloom, but this year the weather is a little different. I don't think we're going to have June gloom this year. I think it's going to be a nice, hot, humid, maybe overcast June gloom, but it's still going to be hot and humid, plenty of sunlight, which I'm betting on. I've had that once every 5 years. It happens. I feel like Florida here, and the tomatoes love it. So, alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the peppers the exact same way. I'll go ahead and finish it up and show you guys where I'm going to place them and how I'm going to place them. Okay, and also watering. Watering is important. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so there you have it. 9 pony packs, and it's full flat. And 1 bag of Miracle Grow does about 1 flat plus 1 extra. My labeling, I used Scotch tape, and I can't find my black Sharpie. I don't know where that went to. It's hard to see how to use a silver Sharpie. So this one right here is actually Earl Grey, since it's a one-off. Got some Earl Grey seeds from a local farmer's market here for free. They're giving once a month. They have a booth. It's for the Master Gardener program, and you can sign up. You get information on how to do your own compost. You can do a Q&A. So if you have any questions about gardening or have any problems, you can take a photo, or you can go there and explain to them what issue you're having, and it'll help you out. I'm trying to get into that program, the Master Gardener program. It's done through UC Davis. It's up in Central California, near San Francisco, Sacramento area. It's expensive. It's very competitive. Apparently, over 300 people applied, and only 50 are allowed. And the cost was something like $300 to join the program, and you're not guaranteed, passing. You take these classes, you do a bunch of volunteer work for a bunch of rich women. Shouldn't have said that, but that's what I've noticed so far. There was an opportunity or a program that they were doing in Beverly Hills, of all fucking places, in Brentwood. Like, oh, we're going to tear down this greenhouse and rebuild it. We're putting, $200,000 into it. Like, and we're looking for volunteers, a bunch of probably home cooks with nothing to fucking do with their lives. And then they want $300 from me. Like, I don't know if it's worth it, but it'd be nice to have. Alright, what else I planted? Planted black sea, black crims, black pineapple, chocolate cherry, Cherokee purple, and black prince. I also did a couple of these chilies, like I said. I did the mulatto Ilano poblano chili and the hot cow chili. I also did some more cayennes. I love cayennes. Pretty good at it. Yeah, cayennes are actually still currently growing from last year's crop. And Butch T's Trinidad Scorpions. Alright. I'll be right back. I need to grab some. Alright, I'm back. So before I move them and shake them up, what I like to do is just give them a spritz of water. What this does is just going to help keep the soil from shifting when you move it around. Just lightly dampen the top. I can't remember, it was someone on YouTube I follow. Does a great job with his tomatoes. He has his little kid help him out. Can't remember the name of his channel. For some reason I can think of the kid's name because he says it over and over and over and over and over again. Anyway, he wets his soil. He pre-wets his soil before he actually does, flats and puts the soil in, so it's moist. So you don't have to like give it a deep watering once you get your seeds into your starters, which is a great idea because then your seeds don't shift around during that first watering. My technique is just to give it a little spritz with a water bottle, and I'll also use this to water it, just because it just waters the very top. It doesn't deeply water, and all you want to do is just make sure your seeds remain moist so that they can germinate and start rooting. Once they get rooted, then you can do the deeper waterings. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Set it up. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Be right back. Alright, so this is just kind of a small I'm digressing a little bit. So you guys see my orchids in my I'm back video. So this is where they are, or where they were. I'm putting them right back. I just need to get the pads. And underneath this are heating pads, folded between these two, between this quilt. So we have, germinating pads. This is nice and warm, nice and very. Oof, I'm gonna have to lay up here. It feels really good. Anyway, the reason why I'm taking them off and showing this to you, I need to get these pads back, and I'm gonna replace this front section with another one of these plate warmers. I don't know, you put them down on the table underneath the tablecloth, plug them in, keeps the table and your plates and your food warm as you eat. This is old school stuff. Got these in a garage sale. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys one of my tricks with show you how I do my orchids and how I get them to reflower and keep them happy. Especially in the winter. It gets really cold in this room, very cold. I turn this on right before I go to bed, and they're actually on now because it's a little chilly. I don't have the heater on. When I have the heater on, I don't actually need to have these on. But when I go to bed, it gets freezing cold in here without the heat, so gotta keep them warm. Start getting a little bit of a crown rot on one of my plants. It's this one right here. So it lost all its leaves, and there's just this one dangly little thing. It's like a loose tooth. I don't think it's gonna make it. That's what crown rot does to your orchids. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to set this up. So what we got here is we got 2 heating pads. I have an extra one. I have 3 of them, so I'll use that one soon, I'm sure of it. Alright, so what you want to do is go ahead and first put down a towel. Because, yeah, my girlfriend would kill me if I ruin this desk, which is never gets used, just full of junk, actually. Yeah, see? Things from an election, from the presidential election. I don't even know if this is even the presidential election. Kind of junk. Anyway, she likes it, so I'll make sure I don't damage it or anything like that. So I got a towel here, my heating pads, which are already plugged in. They're warming up right now. Nice, feel nice. And then I go ahead and sandwich them in with another towel. just to make sure, you know, water doesn't get through. The heat is gonna, you know, it's gonna come through that towel. Alright, so I'll go ahead and set my flat right here, and I actually have 2 flats. This one's a little bit, 2 sets of flats here. See these 2 trays. The reason for that is this gets really hot, these pads, and it'll dry out the soil way too fast, faster than I can keep it moist. So adding a little extra spacing between, you know, this and plants and the soil is ideal. Right here, this is a yeah, it's an awesome little grow light, huh? It's pretty cool. Got it from a thrift shop. It's a local thrift shop, and they wanted 25 bucks for it. I'm like, I'll give you 10 bucks. And the guy was like, alright, fine. He's like, you gonna grow some with it? I'm like, no, I wanna grow some damn tomatoes. I was like very surprised. I live in a pretty hippie neighborhood, so everyone grows their own. Alright, but I don't. Alright, so what I'll do is, you know, go ahead and mist it. Hit it with some water. And this is empty. Awesome. And the orchids, put them right back where they were. Right back in their spot. And the heating pads are back on. One orchid I wanted to show you guys is this one right here. This one is awesome. I don't really, the name on this little tag isn't very clear. This is White Spark Fire Cat. Oh, it's called Fire Cat, White Spark. It's a Fire Cat orchid. The flowers on this smell delicious, absolutely awesome. You're right, you're like, an orchid has a scent. Yeah, this one has a scent. It smells just like a rose. And yeah, it fills this whole room with scent, with rose scent. Okay, so yeah, the light will be on. The light will be on 12 hours on, 12 hours off. I'll turn it on when I get up in the morning. Turn it off before I go to bed. The heating pads will stay on 24/7 until the seeds start to germinate, and then I'll start cutting back how much heat. The heating pad at that time will only run at night, similar to the same timing as my orchid pad. It gets pretty cold in here, so I ended up getting a little bit of crown rot on one of my orchids, but that's alright. Okay. Now, if you find yourself having, you know, germinated way too many tomato plants, do something like what I do. Is I give them away to friends and family, and if I still have some left over, which I normally do, end up growing too many of them, I do like something similar to like a garage sale. Put signs on either side of the street saying tomato plants for sale, non-GMO, organic, and they sell like hotcakes. I sell them a lot less than what Home Depot does, and they don't label if it's GMO or organic. It's just, here's a damn tomato plant. And they charge like $8 or $9 a plant. Price for the tomato plants have actually gone up quite a bit. I remember being able to buy a tomato plant for $5. Now if I go to Home Depot in the spring to buy a tomato plant, it's like $10 for a tomato. It's ridiculous. So I sell mine for, you know, the price I originally remember it at, $5. You know, I put a little business card in there, so if people have any questions, they can just remember who they got it from and ask the person that grew that plant from seed, from tiniest little thing to, you know, what they have in their hands. If they have any problems, they can give me a call, or, you know, shoot me an email, or actually swing on by. I do like when people just show up like, hey, I have a question, and I can show them with my own tomato plants what they should and shouldn't be doing. Alright, that's my bit for today. It's January 24th, so 3 weeks from now I will transplant them, and then 3 weeks from there, depending on how they look, I'll transplant them again, and I'll do videos of those transplants. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.